What's going on, guys? Smitty here, and I'm going to be breaking down and recapping the 1152 versus 1130 rematch SVS. There's a lot that went down, a lot of things that happened beforehand, during, and it's crazy, so let's just jump right into it. So let's start from the beginning. The winners of the first round was 1130, 1136, 1152, and 1153. Now, 1134 is one of the people that was in our SVS bracket, but they actually lost in the first round to 1136. And we ended up interfering a little bit to help with them, but they were already doing really well. Now, 1134, as you guys know, we have a lot of beef with them. It's gone back for a long time. They have always been competing with us. They've interfered in a ton of our different events. So it was finally a good chance for us to get back at them. Now, they weren't happy about this, of course. You know, they got taken out the first round. They were super upset. And, of course, you know, they interfered in all of our other SVSs if they could. Granted, they couldn't do much on the second one because we finished pretty quick. But the final one against 1152, that's where things really started to take a shift. But now going into the battle with 1152 for SVS was interesting because we didn't know if they're going to show or not. Mr. Nice left a message. I'm going to pop it up here on the screen. But long story short, basically what he was saying is he's faced Neph in Desert Storm, he's faced Neph in SVS, he's faced Neph all of Season 2. So he's dealt with him a lot, and he doesn't like the way that he plays. And he doesn't want to give him the satisfaction of even having a chance to win legit. So he's just going to give him the free win, take away like the glory of it basically. And yeah, just pretty much make it worthless winning the final of the SVS. And yeah, so leading up, this was about a week in advance. We didn't know if they're going to show or not. Of course, we were preparing for the worst, but yeah, we didn't know. So it's finally battle day. Things are about to start. We've secured our position with Fafo on the far right side of the mud, and then 1152 eventually took over the left side, and the battle began. Mr. Nice was right next to the top right cannon, and 1152 had pretty insane participation showing up. Now for the first maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, give or take, things were looking pretty good. I mean, it seemed like a pretty fair fight. We had the lead at one point, and it was kind of bouncing around up until maybe 10 to 12%. Neph was having his fun, getting his hits on Mr. Nice. We were chilling. Then all of a sudden, things started to take a pretty big shift. Out of nowhere, Mr. Nice called in his reinforcements. The whale from 1127 M King and the whale from 1134 Shaping Roots both showed up and pretty much were just following Pit Boss around the map, and also Neph, just hammering them constantly, trying to keep them from being able to deploy as many squads, but like just hammering them non-stop. And you know what's really interesting is they actually were facing each other in SVS, but they didn't fight in their own. They came to basically just destroy our SVS and interfere to make sure 1130 lost. Now here's where it gets a little bit more interesting. So M King, and I'll post another screenshot of this, makes an announcement saying that he's really sorry he didn't participate in his SVS when they fought against 1134 and they ended up losing, because he basically was saying that he was afraid that he was going to lose regardless. I mean, you could see based off of how strong 1127 versus 1134 is, but he's basically saying that he was afraid that if he stayed, Shaping Roots would basically destroy him. So instead of having Shaping Roots destroy him and losing the SVS anyway, he thought it'd be smarter to interfere with 1152 because he was afraid of Shaping Roots. He basically just said that he was scared of Shaping Roots, and he thought the best decision for the server, which I'm not really sure where the thought process with that was, is to interfere and try to destroy 1130's SVS against 1152. Now, whether that's going to hurt them in the long run, that's a whole nother story, and I'm pretty sure that they can expect what's coming for them in the future if we ever face them, which I'm sure we will, being how close our servers are. And you know, we also faced them in Season 1 and beat them. So yeah, there was a lot of interference. And then eventually, after they finished their SVSs, the rest of 1134, the rest of 1127 started showing up, and yeah, there's a lot that was going on. Now once they started showing up, you could see significantly the amount that this took a toll on Pit Boss especially, and also Nephisto not being able to hold the capital and the cannons as well. I mean, we were holding the cannons pretty strong, but the capital is where it was getting pretty challenging. And you could see that 1152 was slowly starting to pull away. They were getting a bigger and bigger gap until finally, I mean, in the end, it was pretty clear that we had no chance. But you know the FAFO way. We fight to the end. We don't give up, no matter how bad the odds are against us. We love the challenges. We have fun. And that's really, at the end of the day, what it's about. So another thing, though, I want to address before this video is over. A lot of people were kind of upset at the end. After the battle was over, people started complaining, saying, oh, Nephisto's going crazy. He's on a rampage, ashing everybody. And they're giving him a lot of hate for that. Same with Pit Boss. Now, here's what's interesting, and I'll post, you'll see the replay of this as well. I'm going to post the little snippet of it over this, but you'll see once the battle ended, the exact same thing happened to me from the leader of court in 1152. Have a good laugh. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. 29. I didn't see 29. Where's 29 at? Did anyone see 1129? Maybe one of them showed up. I don't know. I didn't see anyone from there. This guy was on it with putting out my fires, man. Holy smokes. This guy was on it. Get him, MG, to the moon. So you guys are all trying to blame Nephisto, saying, oh, he's in the wrong. He's the only one doing this. No, 1152 actually did the same thing with some of them. So they are not innocent like you guys are trying to make it out to be. The only difference between us and 1152 was that 1152 was complaining about it, and so were their allies that we were ashing people after. But I don't see any FAFO members complaining. I didn't see anyone from 1130 complaining that 1152 was ashing us. I didn't complain. So make sure you guys get both sides of the story. Don't just be picking sides. And the proof is right here. So anyway, that was pretty much the fast recap of the 1152 versus 1130 SVS. We have an incredible season 3 coming up. 1134 is definitely going to be in for a long ride. I'll say that. They got very unlucky that they're going to be placed against us. I know Neph is ready to seek some vengeance. So I hope they got their troops ready to go, because they're going to need every single one of them. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Peace.